the terror reading for Tropical Cyclone 8, soon to be named most likely Cheneso. So, disclaimer before we dive in. Uh, bear with me, trying to block out background noise. But yeah. So, with the disclaimer, before I dive in, this is the tarot reading for the cyclone itself, not doing any personal readings, so please try to refrain from asking for any personal readings, because it's not going to happen. Anyways, let's get started. Starting with the Hermit. So this storm's going to be working on its own. It's going to be the sole factor in whoever's impacted by this. It's going to be the sole proprietor. There's not going to be another system. You're not going to see the interacting with this. It's working on its own. It's lone wolf kind of situation. So I'm not expecting any other storms to form in that region during the duration of this storm, or at least as it's getting its foundation into play. The Tower reversed. Okay, now it may be a threat to land, but I'm not expecting huge impacts. With the Tower reversed, if it's right side up, we're looking at a nasty storm gonna destroy some lives. But when it's not reversed, but with that being reversed, it may not be as bad. It could still very well impact land. It could very well do some issues, but it's not going to be as severe as forecasted. That's what I'm getting here. The Nine of Swords reversed. Again, not a huge threat. It's gonna basically be a... Yeah, and it's gonna cause people to lower their guard, and it's gonna sideswipe. Okay. Yeah.
Would you want that for walks?
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool. Just double checking.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't have to get interrupted anyways. But, yeah, Nine of Swords. Apologies for that. It was one of those laminated vests, like if I have to go outside at night, for anything, which is useful. Especially when sunset's, like, at 5 still. Like 5:15, 5:30. Anyways, continuing on with the Nine of Swords. So due to the storm probably underperforming, it's going to cause people to lower their guard. So the guard's going to be lowered, and that could be a dangerous thing. Obviously you do not want to lower your guard, because then it's gonna blow up in your face, basically. The Sun. This is gonna be a start of a pattern. The start for the peak season. So yeah, we are approaching peak season for this region. So what I'm getting here is, yeah, this is going to be the start of the peak. This is going to be the start of the busy part of the season. The basically rush hour, but for cyclones. So this is a pattern setter. This is a pattern starter, basically. So you're definitely having some issues here. It's not going to have a lot of ingredients, though. So it's going to struggle. It's definitely going to struggle. Yeah, getting some sort of struggle, with the storm. Maybe some wind shear. And King of Cups. It's going to persevere despite the lack of ingredients. Despite the suffering. It's going to be pretty well organized for given the circumstances. And Cheneso is a bit more masculine name, so there's that too. But yeah, and it's going to be a teachable moment for those who hasn't lowered their guard because of less than performed, like worse, like due to it underperforming. Page of Cups. Okay, only had to turn that a couple pages. That's good. I guess. Hold on. Things are being weird. Just ignore stuff in the background. Kids got woken up. I'm just gonna have to pause for right now. Bear with me. Apologies. I just had to deal with stuff. Anyways. Yeah, so... But, again, this does reiterate that this storm's gonna be underperforming. Page of Cups, let's talk about gentle... Yeah, gentleness with the storm. So, I wonder if there's a drought going on in Madagascar or any other areas that it then could impact that it might be more beneficial than harmful. I'm wondering if that's what this is picking up on. But again, definitely do not let your guard down. Knight of Swords. No, King of Swords. Highly disciplined, both discrimination and intellectual prowess. Sees to the heart of all matters and rules with a keen sense of justice. So, I'm getting something that's gonna pop up. Maybe reformation possible on, like, other side of Madagascar or any other landmasses it may impact. Hold on. Okay, we're back. I don't know what's happening anymore, but yeah, so the King of Swords. Yeah, so this storm's, I have a feeling it might have a rebirth. I'm not sure why I'm getting that with King of Swords, but I have a feeling like some sort of rebirth, reverberation on the other side of whatever landmass it hits. So that's what I'm getting. But it's definitely, so concentration, analysis, powers of analysis. So okay, that's what I'm getting. On top of that, there's gonna be some instances, there's not gonna be much deviation with the models. It's not gonna have a surprise landfall a little further north or further south. Well, not far. Just ignore the kid in the background. They're handling that. It's just, I don't know. But anyways, because I'm not cutting off every time something happens. But yeah, there's not going to be too much deviation with the models with this storm. And again, with the celebratory. Okay, so, but the storm's going to be very beneficial. I have a feeling there's going to be more benefits than horrors with the storm. I don't know what. There's going to be quite the benefit with the storm. There's going to be much needed rain. And an Ace of Wands, that just further proves that point. That this is going to be much needed rain. Yeah, inspirational energies are awakening with the Ace of Wands. So this is like the start of like a wet season or something, and just had a horrible drought or something. This is what I'm getting. This much needed rain for whoever gets impacted by this storm. So there's gonna be this storm's gonna have more benefits than horrors. Still, do not let your guard down because there's still gonna be horrors. But generally, this storm is gonna be pretty well organized for its stats. It's not going to be very strong, and it's going to be more beneficial than harm. It's going to bring much needed moisture. That's what I'm thinking here. So, with that does seem to be it for right now. Stay safe out there. See you in the next video. Bye.